All right, fire signs, we're going to try this again. The camera went off in the middle of the reading. So this is going to be mid-month July for fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, in that order. I will try and remember to timestamp. If I don't, someone please put them in the comments. There's a new moon in Cancer coming on July 14th, which is either tomorrow or Wednesday. I can't remember. I don't know what day it is. I know it's Monday. That's all I know. Yeah, I think today's the 13th. So tomorrow is the new moon in Cancer. So you may be feeling a little bit emotional, more so than usual. And there's also a full moon in Cancer in December. So what I'm feeling is the energies is what Spirit's telling me. There's going to be big changes in relationships and love and how you treat people. I feel like you're learning to be more softer with your words, okay? Because we are fire. We can tend to be bold and rough and kind of stern with how we speak. So, so let's get on to the sign of Aries. And again, like I said, I'll try and, let's get on to Leo. I will try and timestamp these. So, okay. So we have the wombat spirit, the pig spirit, the buffalo, and the bat spirit. I felt very drawn to pull these cards, the animal totem cards for you, Leo. So the wombat is be at home. You know, they like to dig a hole and stay down in their hole. They're kind of like groundhogs, or out here we have what we call prairie dogs in Colorado. So a similar type creature, not the same obviously, but similar. So they like to burrow and snuggle in. It may be that you're struggling financially as well, or you just may not be feeling well. Then we have the buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So I guess you're feeling a little bit worried about finances. They're telling you to use your mind wisely, especially when it comes to your money. Don't be spending wastefully. I'm hearing there's going to be some unexpected expenses coming up for you. So, you know, just be frugal with your money right now. And a rebirth is assured. Yeah, I feel like something's changing inside of you emotionally. All right, let's see what our spirit guides have to say to us, and then we'll jump into tarot and the other meaty cards. I call them the meaty cards because they have more information. But again, I am a psychic medium and tarot reader, so oh, nice. Those went together nice. Okay. You might be building something with a family member, like a tree house with your son, or working on cars together, or teaching your daughters how to sew or knit, or just doing something family-oriented that's building something, like inventing something, creating something. And it could even be baking, I'm hearing. So we have priorities. So I feel for a lot of you, family will be... Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's that candle. A lot of you will be setting your priorities, especially with family. And then we have the invention card again, which I saw as I was shuffling, and purpose. So there's something about being involved and being accountable and responsible and taking charge over these priorities, over whatever it is you're building, because whatever it is you're building, and it doesn't have to be family-oriented, especially if you're single, but you're creating something that... A Sharpie left silver all over my hands. Weird. Excuse me. You're moving towards your life purpose. Whatever it is you're building, creating, making a priority for yourself, you're going towards the future with purpose and truth. But there's something you're still denying. There's a risk that you're taking There's this dark shadow side of yourself where you're taking a risk with your health, you're taking a risk with the law, whether you're taking a risk with family. There's not enough balance. And like, if you are self-sabotaging, because it's talking about the physical body here, and you're taking risks, and your intuition is telling you, this is what's making you sick, this is what's holding you back, because we have a lot of despair here, but you're not willing to give up this risk. For a lot of you, you're attached to it. It could be addictions as well. And you're denying that this is affecting you. It doesn't necessarily have to be addictions. It's just one of the things that comes out for me. I hear somebody's doing a lot of gambling, what they're telling me. If you don't stop and cut back, or if you don't either stop or cut back, you're going to end up in despair. So be very, very careful. Anything else? Rest. They want you to get some rest. You're not getting enough rest. I feel your body needs to heal. Survival. Yeah, like you're almost in survival mode. And we've got self-control and deceit. So you're being deceptive with yourself, with this denial, or with someone else about something that gives you pleasure, but it also causes discontent and despair. And there could be, like, when you're not in that mode, you're in solitude mode. But I'm also seeing partnerships in love. Tell me more about this partnership in love. Okay. Boredom. You're bored with your current partner. Okay. So the advice here is to, if you're not going to totally quit, at least cut back. Because it's harming not only your relationships, it's harming your physical body. What do we have for Leo? And that may be why you're self-sabotaging, because you're so bored with the person you're with. And trust me, I understand that one. As an Aries, I'm an Aries rising, so I also have fire in my outer life. And I've had several, well, not several, but yeah, I could say several. I've had a couple relationships where they were just boring. Other than the sex, everything else was boring. It was sit at home and watch TV all the time, or they would go sit at the bar and I'd wait for them to come home. It was just, I get it. So anyway, it could be anything like that. I'm not dictating your life or telling you that's what it is. I'm just giving examples. Okay. There's something here about putting a lot of effort in to allow yourself to make more money. You're very impatient because you want it to happen now. You don't have a lot of strength. You're struggling to get through whatever it is you're experiencing right now. And it could be your health and maintaining your job and maintaining your income level. There's a lot of frustration, self-doubt. I'm hearing petty arguments, anxiety, and again, I have deception. So are you being deceitful, or is someone being deceitful towards you? Okay? Or are you being deceitful with yourself? Like, are you really seeing the whole picture? Do you have the clarity that you need to say, hey, you know, I need to make these changes. Either you're going to be forced to move. If you don't make these changes, something's going to force you and you're going to end up in a really bad place. So, you might be a little bit cynical or not wanting to hear the truth right now. I'm seeing a lot of temptations and diversions. Again, those self-sabotaging things and a lot of disharmony in your current relationship. I'm seeing broken homes for a lot of you. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing definitely heartbreak here in a relationship, emotional insecurity, a lot of debt. Okay. For some of you, your money is being held back not only by your actions but by the divine in order to get you to cut back or make changes. There's a lot of inner conflict going on within too, Leo. But I feel you're gonna yeah, you're moving to calmer waters. You're gonna make these changes. You have the fortitude is what they're telling me. You have the fortitude. You do have the strength, even though you feel you don't have the strength. I feel you're going to, pull those inner reserves out, and you're going to make a better way for yourself. You're going to quit the argument. You're going to move into calmer waters, and then things start turning in your favor. But you've got to get rid of the negativity, and I feel there's some things that need to be cleared up with this person in your life, love life. Messages for Leo. What are we at? 11? Try and make these about 15 minutes each. I give pretty in-depth readings, which I shouldn't, but probably the reason I don't make any money on these channels, but I'm a loving, giving person, so there we go. You needed some cleansing. Alright, what do we got for Leo? Total victory again, second time. Total victory. And lessons learned. The fall is your time where you start coming out of this, but you need to move forward and make your changes now. There is a sudden change coming, and you are going on a new emotional path. So I feel you're going to be happier whether it's single or you find your person. This is someone you know. You're going on a new emotional path with someone you know. So I feel there's some regret about someone from the past. And I feel that you're going to reunite with them in the fall sometime. There's a lot of anger and resentment here. I don't know what that's about. But new doors are opening. You're rushing, kind of pushing things very quickly. And it could cause some problems. I see you listening to a lot of music. I see celebrations and I see addictions. So some of you are being more responsible and some of you are not. But I see you, a lot of you starting to say no to your addictions. You're going to get what you want, and I see new opportunities and good luck coming your way. So, good job, Leo. It's not all rough and tough right now. Okay? Everything will happen for you. All right, let's get the timestamp here, which is 13/19. And that'll be Sag. Okay. Hello, Sagittarius. We're going to move on to your reading. Let me take a sip of water. All right. Where did we start last time? Animal. All right. Lots of changes going on with relationships for the fire signs. Well, for all signs. For those that really been, I feel like God is like, for those that have really been wanting love and stable partnerships and the right person for yourselves, I feel God is making that happen for a lot of the signs this year. What do we have for Sag? Big transformation coming in your life, and I feel you're already going through this transformation. You have been for some time. It's asking you to bring a gentle touch to situations. What Sagittarius does, like, they might get angry. Sagittarius might get angry, but they walk away. They don't like to stay and fight. And you are very gentle with your words, so I do see you doing that. But you need to let your inner self shine here. And be fearless and bold. Okay. You're being asked to surrender to where you're being led or whatever's going on. Just let it go. and reclaim your power, because I'm seeing that you need to collaborate or work with a multitude of people, or be around a multitude of people, whether this is family or business or friendships, and you need to work together. And that's why their spirit is telling you to let go, because if you carry anger, resentments, and other things into this collaboration, it's going to cause problems. So I feel like by surrendering, you're going to find a lot more peace. You're also being advised to dive more deeply into your spirituality. So if you're not a very godly person, I can't take that message back. That's up to you if you choose to ignore it or not. But a lot of you are being asked to seek God. And so I've got to tell you what I see, okay? And the reason you're being asked to be surrendered and be in the present is because Spirit's weaving things for you. They're making things happen for you that are going to eventually lead you to where you want to go. But if you stay in your current energy, it's not going to happen, okay? So it's time to just let go of all the angers and other issues from the past. Oh, by the way, I have a new kitty, if you can see her in the background, Miss Missy. Missy. She used to be a part of my family, but she was stolen by some heroin addicts, and they wouldn't give her back. And 8 years later, I got a call, or my ex and I got a call. It was his cat, but she couldn't go to his house, so she's here. So anyway, we were very close at one time when we had her, but she's changed a lot. I can't imagine what she went through living with those two people. I mean, they dumped their trailer on the side of the road. The cat got loose. Then she was found locked in the car with the windows up. She eats almost as much as Yeti does. If you're not familiar with Yeti, he's my big white 130-pound dog. Okay. There's something here about standing up for yourself, being powerful, being bold. So that is coming back out. And there's fast movement and communication here. You might be having some issues with your car. Alright, let's clarify the Eight of Wands. There's help here on the way. Let's clarify the Chariot reversed. Sagittarius. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay. You might have been arguing with someone over something. Could be about money or a material object. You guys are going to form a truce. There's a lot of indecisiveness and holding back. Why? I don't know. You might be struggling a little bit with money. There's a lot of discord, a lot of people interrupting you. You can't seem to get anything done. You're feeling like your life is nothing but misfortune. A lot of you are thinking about your mother. Someone may have lost a child. Like had a miscarriage, I feel. And you're just feeling very down. Like, why me? Why me? Why me? It's kind of that kind of energy that I'm feeling. There's a lot of conflict avoidance here. If someone comes in and offers help, but you're so disappointed. Like there's someone around you that wants to help you, that has feelings for you. And the energies may be reversed. This may be the other person rejecting you, thinking they can handle it on their own, but they can't. They're in such despair that they don't know what to do. They don't even know how to communicate that everything's falling apart in front of them. Yeah. And all they're doing is working, and they're not getting ahead. So this is you or them. There are some bad habits here that are affecting the not getting ahead. which means if you have addictions, you're spending money in the wrong places. There's a lot of past resentments here. Self-imposed restrictions. Yeah, so whatever's going on in your life right now, I'm going to get a little more information for you. It's you. You're doing this to yourself by being trapped into your head. And it's up to you. What is the advice here? It's up to you to get yourself out of it. Okay, I see a broken romance, relationship, deceit, loneliness. Someone's being very cold-hearted and bitchy. I feel that's the person you're dealing with. And you're not dealing with it, you're avoiding it. And I know this from Sagittarius, you guys like to walk away. You don't like conflict. You've got to be open to new perspectives. You can't control the situation, and you can't be judgmental. You cannot judge your other person during an argument. Like, you're this way, you're that way. You know what? You either love them and accept them for who they are, or you don't. You know, there's got to be some kind of compromise here. Things are going to work out in your favor. I do see an offer of work here or some kind of money, but I see a lot of tedious work. And it's just going to be slow and steady that wins the race for you guys. So I'm sorry to hear that you're going through a little bit of a difficult time right now. A lot of you, I feel, has a partner or an ex-partner in your life that doesn't go away. All right, so I'm seeing total victory for you, Sag. My fucking neighbor. I swear, he goes out of his way to make noises just to piss me off. Sagittarius, what's going on with Sagittarius? Okay. Yeah, I see you reuniting with someone from your past, but there's a lot of flirting, but nothing, like nothing solid as far as relationships go. And you're going to be really busy. I do see you working a lot. Okay. You are going to open yourself up to a new relationship. It's going to be very intense. Are you leaving? Kenny?
Take care of the cat.
Oh. There's bags in the closet there and the bag on the door. Okay. A small wish is granted. Help is on the way. I do see you telling someone no. I feel it's this old person in your life. In the closet. In the closet. On the door. Okay. There's a lot of sudden change coming your way in September. It's time to let go of disappointments and daydreaming. Whoever's using you, let them go. I see a lot of lessons learned. You could have been dealing with an Aquarius. They took you for a ride. But you've learned your lessons, and you're going to have sudden change, I feel, in the fall. And I see you signing a new document. So it could be work-related, or you could be getting a new place to live, like a lease, or hiring papers, or something of that nature. It could even be divorce papers. I'm not really sure. So, and I have no idea. Here it is. Okay. So, personal readings are $50 for 30 minutes, include psychic messages, tarot, and mediumship. So if you want to talk to someone that's crossed over, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I make no money on these channels, but at least give me those boosts so I can eventually achieve those goals. That is for my retirement, to put away in case I ever have to go to a nursing home. So I'm not out here to get rich. I'm just out here to be able to provide for myself as I'm getting older and my health is deteriorating. So, so thank you for that. Feel free to donate $3, $5. I don't really care. Everything's down below. All right. So we're at 24:44. Thank you so much for joining me, Sagittarius. And we are now on to Aries. Hello, Aries. All right. We're starting off with animal totem cards. Okay, hope you're all doing well, Aries. Sorry, I have a lot on my mind right now, so I kind of blanked out there for a minute. Okay. I feel there's something coming towards you in your life where you're going to have to take a big leap of faith. For some of you, it's going to be a big move. And you're going to have the energy or the fire to make everything happen that needs to happen. I feel like they're telling me to look at this picture. Yeah, I feel like there's all this protection around you. And there are things that are being seen or brought into life. There are things that are being brought into life that you don't see. Ouch. Ow, sorry. Nerve pains. Ooh. Oh, that one hurt. Yeah. But we have the scarab here, which is, was, right. The Egyptians, I'm not sure the whole story here, but I feel like the scarab was a very magic, powerful type of insect. I feel you're going to dream your world into being and just watch and wait. And I keep thinking of, if you've been following me from the beginning, if you go, well, this was a Pisces video, but a lot of Pisces have Aries in them. I did a video called Flipper. And I feel that this was about 3 years ago, maybe 4. I feel now the words to that song go back. And if you don't know what Flipper is, it used to be an old television show about a park ranger and his 2 sons and a dolphin named Flipper. But it talks about how courageous Flipper is and how he is going from one end of the world to another end of the world and how he makes things happen. So I really don't remember the words, so go back and look those up. But yeah, there's some time here before things happen, but watch and wait. Spirit is co-creating to create something for you. It's up to you to open your eyes to follow Spirit. And to see the big picture and to be fearless and bold, because I feel this is going to take some there's going to be a lot of trepidation with this big change, this big move that's coming for Aries. All right, where are we going, Tarot? What do we have for Aries, please? Yeti, why are you crying? A lot of you are feeling very upside down about your life right now. Like you used to have a bigger seat, used to sit higher, used to have more money, used to have more things, and now you feel like you're at the bottom, but you're not, because you have everything God has granted you. Ah, shit, there's my phone. Hang on a minute. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you just fast forwarded it. I don't feel like cutting and pasting and all that. It just takes too much time and effort. What are you doing, Yeti? You want to come say hi, everybody? Huh? Come say hi? Come here. Show your face. Everyone wants to see your face. Come here. Oh, okay. Here you see. Doesn't want to be seen on camera today. Alright, what do we have for Aries? First card out, the Chariot. You could be moving. You could have had to move due to conflict. Opposing forces. You're feeling very weak about everything going on right now. There's been a lot of toxicity in your life, ruined reputations. You could have been living in a toxic environment, but I feel for some reason you had to move from that situation. But there was a lot of delay and holding off, and you were putting that off, and you were forced to make a move in order to have some calmer water. So some communication came in, you moved, but you were holding off. Some of you felt that there were just too many demands being made on you, or you were being demanding. There's something here about a relationship. What's this about the relationship? Holding back. You're going into it. Damn it, I missed it. You're going into a new beginning, though. But there, I see a relationship trying to form here, and you can't make a decision. Is this someone you haven't talked to in a long time? They're coming back to say hello. I miss you. I'd like us to get together. I feel you're looking for purpose and meaning in your life right now, and you're not finding it. You're all tied up in your head. But guess what? That's ending, and we're the Page of Pentacles, which means news is coming. So news is coming about a child or money. Could be a commitment, an engagement. Whatever this news is, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You're no longer going to be frustrated or feel like things are upside down. But you are being encouraged to use your intuition enough. You've been ignoring God, ignoring your intuition, ignoring your abilities. Many fire signs are just as psychic as water signs. So, all right, last cards. Card keeps on coming out. Be positive with your thoughts. I see strong Pisces energy in you. Didn't I say a lot of Aries have Pisces energy? But you're very unhappy. You're letting your emotions bring you down. Okay? You're being told to listen to more positive music, more encouraging music. I listen to K-Love. But you can find all that kind of stuff on YouTube as well. You've learned your lesson about a Gemini. And that situation is ending. Got Leo energy here. Yeah. You're going to be in a period of rest from now through winter, but then your butt is being lit on fire, and there's a yes answer to something that you've been delaying. Now, I'm an Aries rising, so, for example, for me, I feel this is... I've been conflicted on whether to move back to North Carolina to be around family or stay in Colorado and not really have anybody here for me as I get older and more disabled. So I feel there's a combination of things here. So I'm probably going to get that yes answer and make a decision to move in winter, which I'm feeling February. But good news arrives. Get ready to celebrate. And everything you want's almost within reach. Quit feeling lonely and empty inside, okay? Tell someone no if it doesn't agree with you. And as fall comes around, you're going to get really busy. I see you going out more. I see you dating more, working more, getting outside more. So, all right, that's your reading, Aries. Have a great month. Readings are $50 for 30 minutes. Include psychic messages, tarot, and mediumship. Take care. Bye.